So because initially I shared only the PPT, and when I just entered into the slideshow mode, and actually like it was not shared with the team. Yeah. So yes, we will be like we are infosec trained, and let me open the pointer here. We are infosec trained, and we got established in 2016, and yes, like we are one of the finance, security, and the technology training and consulting companies here. Like whatever the cyber security related certifications, along with the cloud security or DevSecOps or CC, the ISC Square certifications training. Yes, like the one stop you have to like go here, or one stop like you have to like see here is this infosec train. We are having like the different training programs and the certifications. Yeah, so please have a look on that particular one, like from the official website of infosec train. You will be having like a lot of further details, the upcoming webinar sessions like on that. Yeah, so just wanted to share that. And yeah, and I just like move to the next slide, where we will be able to see the trusted clients here. Yeah, so these are all the trusted clients, like they are the, let me hide this stuff. They are the like the trusted clients here. We are having those, if you the most of the names are, and I guess like all the names like you are already aware of that, like the product based, service based, from the different domains, fintech, and the normal service thing. So the telecom. So you are having like all the companies here. Yeah. So I'm just like moving to the next one. Like why the infosec train? Why you have to like choose? Yeah. So here you are having the certified and experienced instructors, and the flexible modes of training, like kind of like online, offline, one-to-one personalized training. Also you can get the access for the recorded sessions, and yes, post training completion you will be having the support, 24/7 support, and tailor mode training. Like all the programs were what is that created in the respective slide, or respective TOC, the table of contents, or the syllabus, I would say, like as per the current trend. And we are having this partners with these kind of like global learning partners, Microsoft, Easy Council, CompTIA. So these kind of things. Yeah, I'm just like moving to the next one, the actual session. So which is nothing but the future of DevSecOps. Yeah, the trends and predictions for 2024. But yes, also like you can apply the same thing for the 2025, because like we already crossed like 6 months like in this particular 2024. Yeah, and yeah, these are all the agenda for this particular one. We are going to like see about this overview of DevSecOps, the difference between the DevOps and DevSecOps, salary of a DevSecOps engineer, a job description of a DevSecOps engineer, and also like I have added some of the screenshots like that will definitely help you in your career. And also like the DevSecOps lifecycle and stages, what are all the tools that will be involved here, and the key trends and the predictions for 2024. And finally we are having this Q&A. Yeah, so definitely you will get a lot of like inputs or the points out of that, and also like all your queries will be answered very clearly. Yeah, so I'm just like moving to the next one, the overview of DevSecOps where we are having. Yeah, so first of all, what is this DevSecOps? Like because like everywhere if you go, because nowadays like we are not talking about the DevOps, like what is that? I would say like in 2023 or 22, or at the time of 2021. So in this particular range, everyone talked about DevOps. Okay, are you working in DevOps? Wow, so that's superb, cool, fantastic, like that. But nowadays, every team, every member, everyone is actually talking about this DevSecOps. And what is this DevSecOps? Like we have to know about that, right? It's a compound word, I would say, and it's if you just like what does it expand or abbreviate or that particular one, it is the meaning for your development plus security plus operations. So what it will do actually, so it will actually integrating the security practices into the DevOps process. So please understand, so in order to learn DevSecOps, you have to at least have some bare minimal knowledge in terms of DevOps, and also what exactly it is doing. So it is emphasizing the importance of including the security measures at every stage of software development lifecycle. So software development lifecycle is nothing but our SDLC. So SDLC, we are following this SDLC in order to create the or in order to develop a product till the maintenance. So for each and every stages of SDLC, let us say initial design, development, deployment, maintenance, so you have to include this particular security measures. So that is what like the DevSecOps is all about. And where it will be like started, like yes, it will be starting some secure coding methods from the beginning and the automated security testing. And you can include this concept called thread modeling also. There is a concept called the thread modeling. You can involve that particular one also in the pipeline of DevSecOps. And yeah, so why we need to go into the DevSecOps? What is the importance here? The main thing, enhance security posture, it will enhance the confidence of your product delivery. And the second one, it's faster time to market, because let us say you have developed the product and you have deployed that in the real time, and some hacker actually hacked your product. And what you have to do, you have to, what is it, you have to find the issue, find the solution, and you have to like apply that particular solution in order to like, what is it, fix that. So in order to avoid these kind of activities, yes, like you have to go ahead with the DevSecOps, and that's why like this faster time to market. So you will be like continuously security testing, is you will perform the security testing on your product, and you will be sharing that. Then finally you will be having the improved collaboration between the different set of teams. And even if you consider the word DevSecOps, so you are including three teams here: development team, security team, and the operations team. Then you are having the cost efficiency. So that is what I told. So checking the security at the last stage of your SDLC is the traditional method. So that will actually cost a lot. But whenever you are automating that, or whenever you are bringing that into the pipeline, the security check, you can definitely solve, or you can definitely reduce lot of cost spending from your organization. Then we are having the key principles. So we are having the shift left security, where you are shifting this particular security concept to the left. And the key thing is the automation. You are implementing the automation there. Then you are having this continuous monitoring, where you will be continuously monitoring your infra, your application. You are having this APM, that we are going to see about the tools for each and everything. And then compliance and the governance, like whether, because like if you see, if you are entering into your product based company, or if you are developing a product, so everyone will definitely like talk about this ISO 27001 certification, or SOC 2 certification. So these kind of compliances you have to automate that. So in order to automate that, you can be able to make use of this DevSecOps. Yeah, so these are all the key principles. And the DevSecOps practices, what are all the different practices that you can implement, not limited to these topics. So security as a code, you have to write the code in the sense, please don't think that you have to learn any programming languages kind of thing. No, it's a kind of configuration language you have to write. So one such example I have to give, in terms of GitHub, there is a programming language, there is a query language called CodeQL. So if you are having, or if you are in the internet at the moment, yeah, so please have a look on that. There is a query language called CodeQL, where you have to write some pieces of code to find the security vulnerability. This is one such example. Then I told about the thread modeling. So we are having this thread modeling, where before even starting the development phase, the design phase, you will be analyzing the threads, the possible threads that could attack your application, or your infrastructure, or environment. And then you are having the static and dynamic analysis testing. You are having the static and the dynamic analysis testing here. Then you are having the container security. So finally, like you are having this particular container security, where, because like we are developing all the applications, or we are shipping all the applications in terms of our container here, right? So we are creating the Docker images, and that those Docker images are actually being deployed in the Kubernetes cluster. So the container security is the main key thing here, right? So I'm taking a small pause here to understand the feedbacks, or the small feedbacks from the team. So team, are we going in the correct pace? Are we going in the correct page? So, and now we have to enter into this. What is this difference? Like DevOps, like we are talking about the DevOps and DevSecOps, blah blah blah, a lot of things. And recently this MLOps actually came into the picture. What is this actually, the difference? So first thing, you will be having these two questions. The first thing, what is DevSecOps and how it differ from DevSecOps, and how do I get started with implementing the DevSecOps in my project? So this is the one we are having. So yeah, so this is what actually we are having, the difference between the DevOps and the DevSecOps one. So what is this DevSecOps, and how does it differ from DevOps, and how do I get started with implementing DevSecOps in my project? So these are all the different things actually we are having. So the first thing, if you see this particular image, so this actually, like instead of like putting the tabular column, so if you are able to see this particular image, you will be able to see the clear-cut definition, or clear-cut comparison. So the DevOps will be dealing with the combination of development, the IT operations and the application delivery. But at the same time, if you see the DevSecOps, we are having the similar setup. So development is there, IT operations is there, application delivery is there, but finally you are having this security here. So finally, like you are having this particular security in addition to that. So there you are having like four components here. So development, IT operations, application delivery, and the security. So you are having this four components here. So in addition to that, we are adding the security in the pipeline or in the setup itself. So that is what actually like we are having here. So the DevOps and the DevSecOps area. So then we are entering into the salary of the DevSecOps engineer. Like we have to definitely like speak about that, because like we are going to learn about this DevSecOps, because ultimately if you're entering into your job, like we definitely we need to like talk about like what is the salary that we are going to get, what is the component that we are going to get here. So the base salary, if you see like it's a very recent one. I just like took the screenshot from the Glassdoor, and this is the beginners stage. Like I'm not talking about lead, I'm not talking about senior, I'm not talking about the architect. I'm just like talking about the initial person, I mean initial thing like which we are having. So the base range, base pay range is from 8L to 16L. So that is what actually we are having, and I took this from the Glassdoor, and I would definitely like recommend this particular website to check this, what is the current state or what is the current pay range. And also like this I took from the ambition box once again. So you can that too with a very high confidence. Like if you see like you are having this 12.7 lakhs annually, and these things I took from the these things I took from the what is that, I would say the ambition box, and the based on the India's salary. So if you are just like focusing on the different location or the different region or the geo, yes, I would suggest you to like check in the pay scale or ambition box or Glassdoor. So these kind of like stuffs, like I would say. So then I'm just like simply jumping into the job description. So how to check this, whether it is a DevSecOps role or not. So this is one such like screenshot I took. If you see, we will be talking about the what is it? I'm just like skimming through this particular job description, or I won't like read the entire thing here. If you see, like you should know how to deploy the security tools and the processes, and also like you have to maintain the automated security control assessments you are having, and also like you are having this development teams, okay, in implementing and integrating this automated security testing. So these kind of things actually like you are having here. So like for each, mainly like we will be focusing on the security thing. And also like you are having this I mean it's good to have either master degree in cyber security or software engineering, but that is not a must to have, it's a good to have. And three plus, this is one such example, one such job description I took. And also like you are having this the communication skill, the analytical. So that is fine. So in every job like you need this particular one. And finally, but you have to like you should have this expert knowledge of level in secure development lifecycle. This is called SSDLC, so secure software development lifecycle. And also like you are having this application security technologies like SAST, SCA, DAST, which we are going to see in the upcoming slides. And the DevSecOps tool chain, how to like integrate this tool chain, the maturity models, how you can plan or how you can take this pipeline. And and also like these are some of the tools like which it's a beneficial, if they are, if you are aware of that, it's good to have. These are all the good to have components here. So these are all the high level thing I would say. And also if you see, I took this particular screenshot from the DevOps. I mean if you see this if I just like post DevOps and India, you will be able to see like 23,000 plus results like for the DevOps thing. But at the same time, if you put DevSecOps for India, you see like it's only 512 results exactly with that particular keyword. So it's a better time, it's a good time to what is that, learn a particular DevSecOps and to enter into this particular key role area to learn lot of good things, or to get enter into the particular topics or particular area. So in order to make show the comparison only, I just like added this particular screenshot, and I took this particular screenshot from LinkedIn. So it's not a graphic one. So I just like took all these screenshots from the LinkedIn here. And then, yeah, so we are having this DevSecOps under the lifecycle stages and essential tools. Yeah, I'm taking a small pause here. We are having this, we are entering into this DevSecOps lifecycle stages and the essential tools. What are all the different tools that you should plan here, right? So the first one, we are having this planning and the design stage. So what is this planning and the design stage will have? So they are having this thread modeling here. So under the thread modeling, you are having this Microsoft thread modeling tool. It's an open source. You can make use of that. But I would suggest you to go with this OWASP thread dragon. Once again, an open source. Like I'm the big lover of open source. Like I will definitely refer the open source or the free tools for you. So I won't like go with this paid version unless and otherwise you are okay to go with that. And you are having this purpose. What is this purpose of this thread modeling? So you will be identifying the potential security threats and the vulnerabilities during the design phase itself. So you will be designing an application. At that moment itself, you will be assuming the potential security threats, and then the security requirements documentation. So you will be documenting these purposes, document all those things. Where you will be documenting, you are having this tool called Jira. It is a product from Atlassian, and most of the companies will be using this particular Jira in order to track your work. And Confluence, yes, it is a documentation tool where you can document the security requirements and the functional requirements. And then I'm moving to the next one, which is nothing but the development and coding. So you have to follow the secure coding practices. Like for that, what you can do, you can use OAP secure coding practices, where you will be having the coding practices for each and every programming language. It's an open source contributed, or the community contributed one. And also, like, you are having the another tool, Secure Code Warrior, but you can use the different tools you want. So here we will be educating the developers to tell, okay, this is how you have to, these are all the practices you have to follow. Then finally, we are having the SAST, which is nothing but your static application security testing. So we are having the Sonar Cube, check marks, Fortify static code analyzer. In addition to that, we are having a lot of tools available in the market. And what it will do means, it will actually analyze the source code for the security vulnerabilities. Like it will actually perform or analyze your source code for the security vulnerabilities, right? So, and then you are having this dependent under the build, under the integration, you are having this dependency management. So what are all the tools you can use? Dependent bot and white source, Sneak. So the dependent bot is a tool from GitHub Actions, GitHub. So if you are using GitHub, you can make use of this dependent bot. So what it will do means, it will scan the open source libraries under the dependencies, and it will raise the PR, or it will raise the alert in order to tell that, okay, so don't use this dependency, it is a vulnerable one. Yes, video is off. Yeah. And you are having this automated build process, where you are having this Jenkins and the GitHub Actions, GitLab CI/CD. In addition to that, you are having a lot of tools also. So what it will do means, it will help you to create the pipeline. It will actually help you to create the pipeline in this particular case. So that is how, like, we are just like making use of that. It will help you to create the pipeline here. Then you are having this testing and the validation. So what is this particular testing and the validation will do? So you are having this dynamic application security testing. So you are having this DAST, where you are having this OWASP ZAP, burp shoot, and the Acunetics. So OWASP ZAP is an open source one once again. So what it will do means, it will run the testing, the simulation of external attacks on the running applications. Please understand, the live running applications. You can do the DAST only on the live running applications. So it will simulate the external attacks. It will work as a proxy kind of thing, or you can configure that what kind of like simulation or the external attacks you can do. And then you are having this IAST, interactive application security testing, where you are having this tools like Contrast Security, Veracode, or HCL App Scan. So these kind of tools will help you to perform both the SAST and the DAST with some additional concepts. Like it will analyze the code, which is the static one, and also the runtime behavior, which is your dynamic thing. So simultaneously to get the more context of the vulnerability detection. Then you are having this container security, where we are shipping all our applications only in terms of containers, most of the applications. So the tools we are using is Aqua Security, Twistlock, Anchor, and in addition to this, you are having a lot and lot of like container security tools available in the market. So what it will do means it will scan the container images for the vulnerabilities and the misconfiguration. So it will just like take like both the things. So it will scan the container images and the misconfigurations here, both for the vulnerabilities and the misconfigurations. That will actually help you to avoid a security breach or a security bug in the production. Then we are having this deployment and the release stage. uh, in terms of the deployment, the first one, we are having this IAC, which is nothing but your infrastructure as a code. So in order to create the infrastructure, nowadays we are writing the pipeline, or we are writing the code. So by using which we are writing the code, we are using this tool called Terraform, and in addition to that, we have to use this tool called TFSec. And also like we are having this AWS cloud formation. And what these tools will do, you will be writing the code, and on top of that particular code, it will be like implementing the DevSecOps feature there, DevSecOps concepts there. So it will just like scan, and it will give the best practices of it. Like Checo is one of the best tools like which you can implement that. So that particular tool is not in the PPT, but you can get that. And you are having the continuous deployment pipeline, which is CD. Once again, for the continuous deployment, you have to use the similar set of tools, either Jenkins or GitHub Actions or GitLab CI/CD. And what it will do, and it will take the Docker image, and it will deploy that in the respective the destination server. Destination might be Kubernetes, it might be any sort of Kubernetes, it might be an on-prem, or it might be a cloud-based one. So that is what actually we are having here in terms of the security checks and the validations integrated into the pipeline. So this is what actually we are having here. And we are having this operations under the monitoring. So we are having this continuous monitoring here. So where you are having this different set of tools like Splunk, Elk Stack, IBM QRadar. So these kind of tools. And also, what is the purpose of this particular tool means, it will actually like monitor the applications under the infrastructure, where you will be having that to detect and respond to the security threats. So in the real time, so it will actually continuously monitor, and it will raise the alerts to the respective team members as an incident. And in order to manage that particular incident, or in order to respond to that particular incident, what you will be having this incident response management. And what are all the tools you can bring? You can bring this tool called PagerDuty, and you are having the Splunk, Phantom, the Hive, and in addition to that, you are having a lot of tools available in the market. So mostly this continuous monitoring and the incident response makes or marks the most important progress or most important processes in terms of SRE, the site reliability engineering. So purpose, yes, like the incidents will be raised by the continuous monitoring tool, and that will be managed and responded by these particular tools, incident response under the management. And finally, you are having this compliance under the governance tool. I already told, right, like you have to like do the automated compliance under the audits. Like we are having this tool called the Chef Inspect, where you have to write the policy, and also like OpenSCAP. In addition to that, you are having a lot of auto tools that you can automate, where it will automate the compliance checks against the industry standards and the regulations. So these kind of things you are having. And also like you are having this regular security audits, like in order to perform the vulnerability assessment, I would say, instead of security audits, I would say the vulnerability assessment. The tools you are having this here is Nessus, Qualys, Rapid7 Insight VM. So these kind of tools that you can make use of, that like the regular, you can perform the regular security audits to evaluate the effectiveness. So these kind of things you can do. And also like finally, you can implement, or you can get this feedback under the continuous improvement. where you can perform the post-incident analysis. We usually call it as blameless postmortems. So there you make use of this tool called the Jira and Confluence to document everything. So what you will be documenting there? You will be performing the post-incident analysis, why that particular analysis or incident happened, and how to prevent that. What are all the automations that you have implemented after that? Then you are having this continuous learning and improvement, where you will be able to improve or implement the tools for the continuous learning platforms. So retrospectives in the sense to check, okay, why this particular plan actually went bad, and what are the improvements that you can bring. So these kind of things, like where you can how you can achieve that. Yes, get the feedback from the continuous incidents, perform the regular audits, and perform the monitoring, and to continuously improve the security practices and the tools and also the process. So if the process is bad, then you have to make the process good, then only you have to go for the tools and all. So these are all these things like actually make the entire DevSecOps pipeline. In addition to that, yes, you can implement the set of tools or the stages if you want inside that particular one. So there are 10 I just like predicted like 10 key trends, but like you can just like get a lot of points as well. So this is for the 2024, what are all the key trends we are having. So the first one is we are having this increased automation. So what is this increased automation with increased automation with AML integration? So the thing is that in order to perform AML activities, we are having this stage called MLOps. So in order to perform MLOps, it is ultimately you have to provision the infrastructure, and you have to securely manage the data in an encrypted way, and you have to decrypt that in a specific time place. So these kind of, you need automation and you need the security as well. So in that particular case, this DevSecOps knowledge will definitely help you to manage your MLOps related activities, which is this AML integration. Then you are having this shift left security. So we are actually shifting our security to the left, which means we are just like moving, or we are just like making all these things to the left to the developer. Initially the security will be done only at the end of the deployment, end of the product development. But in this DevSecOps, we are performing the security check from the planning or from the designing itself. So that is the shift left approach. Then we are having this zero trust architecture. What is this zero trust? So don't trust anyone in this, in terms of security, whenever like you are working in terms of an organization. So just give the rollback based on, give the access based on the roles. So these kind of things are called as zero trust architecture. So don't trust anyone in terms of the security perspective. Okay, and I'm not creating any biases, so please don't get it in the different way, but I'm talking only in terms of the security. And then cloud native security. So nowadays the cloud native development is the basic or the mandatory one in most of the things. Like you are having the microservices. If you are deploying microservices, you need Docker, and where you will be deploying the Docker, it will be in terms of your EKS, where your EKS is actually sitting. EKS is actually sitting in AWS cloud. I'm taking AWS as the example here. So nowadays we are actually doing the development based on the cloud native setup. So we are focusing on the cloud native development itself. In that case, we need the security. And another key prediction is that DevSecOps as a service. So nowadays, like we are already having a lot of tools to provide DevOps as a service, and we are having this DevSecOps as a service in the near future. Then the next set of things would be enhanced compliance automation. So I already told, right, if you are dealing with some compliance, the ISO certifications or SOC 2 certification, you have to do this compliance a lot. So how you can achieve that compliance in an automated way? Yeah, DevSecOps is the only answer for you. And we are exposing everything as an API here. We are exposing everything as an API here. So we are just like focusing on the API security, and we are having this unified DevSecOps platform. So everything will come under a single umbrella. So we have seen, right? So starting from the designing till the deployment, monitoring, everything is coming under the single DevSecOps platform. So these kind of platforms will definitely come. These are all the predictions, and also the trends: improved collaboration and culture. So you are actually like enhanced the collaboration and the culture between the teams of security development and the operations. And then we are having this security training and awareness that should be like given to, or that should be provided to all the teams inside the company, because security is a work of each and everyone who's inside an organization. So it is not only the work of security team. So this particular mindset should come to the people. So if you are working as a developer, yes, your work is to take care of the security. If you are working as a tester or QA, yes, your work is need to take care of your security based on your actual nature of work. So likewise, every employee in the organization should contribute to the security of that particular org. So in that case, they have to like deal with the security training under the awareness. Yeah. So with this, yes, like I'm just like closing this session. And before entering into that, or in order to like showcase that particular one, and this is the contact of InfoSec Train. Yeah, please like note down the website, and also like if you're having any queries, yeah, you can just like directly drop a mail to them, or you can just like directly call them in order to like get this done. And I wanted to showcase one thing, so please give me something. So you might have like already aware of that, but I just wanted to like showcase this. So there is a periodic table available for DevSecOps. So you can learn about like a lot of tools. I mean, more tools on top of that. So it's a kind of like, you might have learned about the periodic table during your school days or college days kind of thing as a chemistry periodic table, but they are having the similar periodic table for your what is it, like the DevSecOps as well. So you can just like, there will be a set of categories, and under the categories you are having the different set of tools. Like you can make use of this particular tools to know what are all the alternate tools that are available in the market for one section. Let us say let's take this security. So I'm focusing on the security, and see, WASP Zap is there, and Sonar Type, Nexus IQ, Digital.ai, App Protection, Aqua Security, Vera Code, Vault, Sneak, Sonar Cube, Micro Focus, Fortify SCA, Black Duck, Checkmark SAST, Snort, Burp Shoot. So these kind of alternate tools available, you can learn a lot of things after that. Yeah.